And fall in, my fellow Scout Troopers. I am Micka here from Scouts of Entertainment. Glad to have you with me today at a nice 3v3 Third Age Reforged battle replay today. Not too familiar with this map, it looks relatively new to me, but looks like a pretty good map. Today's replay comes from Thanatos, who's commanding the realm of Lattice, and so we'll go through his army first. He's got some non-eternal warriors here, some spears for Rivendell, not armoured up. Lattice Guardians, again, hasn't opted for any armour upgrades so far that I can tell. Looks to be 3 units of... oh, hang on. Sometimes get that wrong. 2 units of the Lattice Guardians, with a third one over here. Now, over here we have some Swords of Rivendell here, light tier troop, no armour upgrades as I've said so already. No internal warriors, some Riders of Brunnen over here. And we have some Elden Swordmasters and Lattice Sentinels. And that could be it there for his army. Oh, hang on. We've got some Godhelm Annuar, some Elder Emily Archers, and Brunnen Riverwards here, 2 units of them. Now, over here we have some... yeah, very good. No, we've got some Lattice Sentinels over here. Almost some Riders of Brunnen as well. I thought there was 3 units there before. I'm reading 3. I only see 2. We've got some more Spears of Rivendell over here. Okay. Alright. Over here we have his first ally today, Rudar, and by Nawaki. He's got some Dummin Spearmen over here, 2 units of them. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 units there of Rudar Swordsmen. We've got some Colfar Maidens over here, Javelin unit, not too bad on the charge either. Mostly known for their javelins. We've got some Heredane Nobles here, the big heavy hitters of Rudar, heavy Lancer unit. Shock infantry really. Some Entomol's Dronters, 2 units of them. Some Dummin Pikemen. Mixing with some Heredane Pikemen and Black Lords here, AP Shock unit. Really good unit to bring for Rudar. Heredane Berserkers here, Axel unit, and decent in melee. And Richmond Slavers are over here. Black Lords again. And there might be some units hidden here. From Javelins to keep my eye out for, as well as Trollshaw Axe Throwers. Haven't seen them yet, but that doesn't mean they're not there. And we have Rune, come by Corrigan. G'day Corrigan, here's a reputation. We have over here some Lokanar Rim, some Lok Sion Rim, a couple units of them. Some Belkot Trizon, Varag Mercenaries, Lokanar Rim. Some Eastron Crossbows here, not armoured up, along with Belkot Trizon. We have, geez, 1, 2, 3, 4 units of very strong crossbows. I don't think you can bring that many. It's a lot of firepower, but they are not armoured, so they are vulnerable. These forces here can pack a huge punch, but if a heavy cab gets into them, or if any unit really gets into their ranks, then they're gone. So Corrigan's got to be extremely careful with these guys and try and keep them out of harm's way as best he can. We have some Camul's Dragon Knights here, and Lokamp Rim, 3 units of them. And with that, I think we'll go. Did I comment on those ones? Was Loki in our stream? I don't think I did. And some Camul's Shadowbows as well. Alright, moving over here, we've already got some engagement. Mirkwood, commanded by Farkin, has crossed the bridge and already engaged the advance guard of Lattice, as well as Rudar. Rudar sending forces in now as well. We better pause it here, we've got the forces closing in. So we have Lotharian commanded by Supreme Noob God. He's got some Lorien Mounted Company over here, along with Sindar of the Girdle. March Wardens of the Wood here. Couple units of them. Little risky to bring the arch units up so far ahead of the rest of the army. There is cab nearby, so they can offer some protection, but if Rudar charges in right now, probably will get to them before reinforcements arrive to save their ass. Over here we have Herpeng Archers, 2 units. Some Lorien Archers here. No, hang on. Yeah, that's some Herpeng Archers, and we have Lotharian. Okay, so we've got Mirkwood commanded by Farkin, Lotharian commanded by Supreme Noob God, so the armies across the bridge pretty much together. Oh, not bridge, the river. Well, that makes life easier. Lorien Archers, 2 units of them. We have Kindred of Celebrion here, Sarah and Emerald Rangers. Bit challenging to use Rangers in this kind of battle, but we'll see how they go. Some Lorien Swordmasters over here, Lorien Axemen, along with Heraeth, Sword and Shields, and possibly Hera Lang. Don't see them just yet. We see here Lorien Swordmasters, Lorien Axemen there, 2 units, some Elven King's Palace Guard, Woodland Protectors, a couple units of them it would seem, Huntsmen of Armor Monk, some Karos Callahan Guardians, Riders of the Golden Wood. I thought I saw Watchers of the Golden Wood earlier. Let's do a quick examination of the forces just here. No, I don't see them. That doesn't mean they're there. And so we'll come back to that. Oh, there they are, they're right there. Alright, and over here we have the final attacker, Dol Amroth, commanded by Lord Master Etard. Again, a well-known veteran of Reforged. Got some Knights of the Silver Swan. Looks to be 2 units of them over here. And some Haven Knights embedded in their ranks. So 3 cav units over there. The rest of his army is over here. Got some Adholland Halberdiers. 3 units of them. Some Dornell Archers. Some Dornell Pikemen. More Dornell Archers. Some Tirthan Marksmen. Dornell Pikemen. Imperial Champions. Couple units of them. We have Ed Helen Men at Arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 5? No, that's 4. Yeah, 4 units of them, all armoured up, by the way. Belfast Marines, 2 units there, and the Haven Guard. And so we might actually come back to see where this battle began, so we don't miss any action. So we'll do a small cut and come back in a second. All right, guys, the opening salvo is upon us, and Murderous Rise of Brunnen here were the first to fire. Our Lothlorien as they're coming across the water bridge there. That's a bit of a cheap shot there, Thanatos. Come on. Gotta let them get across the bridge before you engage. They're pretty vulnerable where they are. We've got... looks like we've got the watches here. Usually pretty accurate. Oh, they missed. Oh, they're hitting most of them. You can see a lot of them starting to fall here. And we've got the elves crossing the river here, returning fire against the Murderous. Their cav is branching out. We've got Murderous Sentinels coming in against the bows of Emendua. That definitely favours the Sentinels for sure, which is why they're booking. Trying to get out of there. Sentinels could go after another target, and it looks like they've picked out some archers. Only archers are in the area. Now, that charge wasn't too bad. I thought it wasn't that good at first. And the reason I thought that is because the Sentinels here, it looked like they were trying to go after the Lothlorien archers, and they just sort of ran into the March Wardens by mistake, but they weren't targeting the March Wardens. So I'm guessing that's why that charge wasn't as deadly as it could have been. Yes, they got a few kills, but there could have been much, much worse there for the Lothlorien. So I think Supreme there got away with that one a little bit lucky. We've got the March Wardens here surging forward. Colfat Maidens, remember this is a Javelin unit here. I guess I'm going to try and weaken their enemy's ability to shoot their arrows. That is what the elves are known for. It might be time to switch targets. You got one full unit of March Wardens here and one heavily depleted unit. Got the Riders here targeting the Colfat Maidens. You can see how deadly they are. Their arrows just aren't missing. Looks like the Lemroth is heading over to support his allies, so this is where the main battle is going to be fought. And what happened here, Supreme? He had no advanced guard. Actually, he did have cav in the area, but it did not intercept the Herodane Nobles. You can see how deadly that charge was. Down to 36. This other unit here, I think they start with a unit of like 93 when it's on large. But Dumb and Spearman here moving up. I think they just provide cover, I think, for the Herodane Nobles to pull out. Milwaukee is maybe trying to get his Herodane Nobles out, maybe not responding to his commands, but he's got to get these troops out of here. They're a heavy shock cav unit, they're not a melee unit. I mean, they're okay, but they're not the best. They're not known for that. Pull out, yeah, good, he's getting away. Amazingly, he doesn't seem to have suffered a lot of casualties, but that unit still might have taken a lot of damage, so maybe it won't last as nowhere near as long. Maybe those troops just will start falling from that unit pretty quickly the next time they're engaged. Oh, he charged into the Kindred of Celeborn here. Nice charge. Black Bolt's here, moving up in support. Only be intercepted by the Sindar of the Girdle and the Huntsman of Amon Lark. Now, that's not wise. You know, it's not wise to charge with 2 of your cav units on the same one, because, you know, the one behind is just, their charge is blunted by the first, so basically the charge on the second unit is wasted. We've got Etimos Trollenters here. If they can fire their javelins, that definitely helps their case. Syrian Emerald Rangers are trying to fire. We've got total chaos on the battlefield. Battle lines here are all mixed. And the Knights of the Silver Swan, that charge was mixed. Half the unit hit their own troops, but they didn't kill them. But unfortunately, yeah, only half really hit their target. We've got Trollstrew Axos here, possibly throwing their axes into the Knights of the Silver Swan. We've got some Dunman Pikemen here. This is a full unit. They're trying to reform and maybe move. And actually, no, they're trying to go after enemy cavalry. Atomos Trident is here, getting shellacked. Herodane Berserkers. Herodane Rangers targeted by the Haven Knights. Haven Knights probably shouldn't pull out. They can handle them easy peasy. This is not looking too good here for Ruda. It's being picked apart. We've got more troops heading over here. Matters Sentinels need to run. They need to run and get over here now. The Oki is in all sorts. Your Photon Javelins might be have to be out of ammunition if these guys are attacking.
Half the enemy force remains.
Trollstrew Axos, where are they throwing their axes? We've got the Knights of Silver Swan there. Those are Thanatos' troops. Trollstrew Axos will be fine. I don't know who they're going after though. They have only friendlies in front of them. We've got Riders or Watchers targeting the Sentinels now. Yeah, that's the Watchers. Target the Watchers, they're right there. You know, looks like we've got two players in the south just sort of facing off against each other. We've got two teams of two here. No, it's in slow motion, but Thanatos has got to get that unit moving. Now, Ruda is in a position of strength here. Elden Archers are also here. And Amaris has the right flank covered of Ruda, so that's something at least. But where I'm nervous, I think, for Thanatos is that he just has missiles over here protecting his rear. And this area is guarded by the Spears of Rivendell. That's all good, but from here all the way across, even over here, they're vulnerable, and the enemy has a lot of cav here. Farkin needs to get around and start hammering this section. They can destroy Nawaki's force, and then begin to fold up at Alvanaris from here. Now, Thanatos can cover him as best he can, but I don't think he has the troops to really stop the cavalry of Dolamroth and Mirkwood. Lordmaster Etard is coming. Hang on, what's going on over here? Corrigan is somehow taking the long route. Somehow Dolamroth has beaten him to his allies, even though the room is already on the side of the river. It seems like Corrigan had to take the long way around. Don't quite get that. But Thanatos is in all sorts here. His troops have got to get a move on. I don't think they can fall back in time to ruin. I mean, looking at the map right now and how the battle is unfolded, it seems like Amaris and Ruda are all but surrounded. Thanatos is losing micro a lot here on the Sentinels. Diamond Spearmen here trying to chase down the enemy cav. Eternal's Trollhunters are trying to fire their javelins into the enemy cav. They can get a nice volley on the Haven Knights. That's probably the unit to target. He's probably frustrated they're not firing at a faster rate. We've got some Bruno rewards in the back here. Again, Thanatos doing what he can. Probably needs to charge the Bruno rewards into the backs here of the Karazhan Guardians. That's Lord Thorian's best unit here. It enables Ruda to move forward and push forward. Anything they can do to clear the forces in front of them before Dolamroth arrives, that only helps them survive that little bit longer until Corrigan arrives. I think that was a huge mistake for him not to send Bruno rewards to harass and destroy the back of the Karazhan Guardians right there. That was a big error, I believe, there for Thanatos to make. Again, just calling it as I see it. No hard feelings, Thanatos, or anyone else too who feels offensive by my commentary. Witchwoman slavers. Just picking apart. Nice as Silver Swan. Like the Harridan Nobles, a heavy shock unit. Do not leave them in melee if you can avoid it. Granted, it looks like Nawaki here had him trapped. But the light mounted company here, they could have charged into the flank of the Witchwoman slavers. Maybe they're going to. I don't know. Elven General is destroyed again. Doesn't really change much. That's the that's a big advantage of the Elven factions of Reforged. Yeah, this is pretty good. I mean, Thanatos and Nawaki, despite how the battle was unfolding earlier, seems to have taken control of the fight. I really thought everything was going the way there of Mirkwood and Lothlorien. They had them surrounded. Even Dolomiroth's cav was here. They could have repeatedly charged into the back here of Nawaki's force and Thanatos' forces, because they were totally exposed. They had nothing to really repel those charges. Haven Knights charging in. Haven Knights doing pretty well. They would have racked up a few kills by now. Lothlorien and Mirkwood's plan to bring a lot of cav to this fight did seem to be the winning move. I mean, they had the enemy surrounded. They just didn't seem to take advantage of that at the time. Like, it seemed like it was all over for Rudar and Amaris. That was an interesting fight, to say the least. Cinder Girdle charging maybe at the Amaris Guardians? They should be, at least. Wipe them out. Corrigan is seemingly arrived. Threnwell's gone. But there doesn't need to be. I don't think there's a need for the forces of Amaris and Rudar to fall back anymore. I think they got enough forces here to set up an effective defense and just sort of destroy the enemy forces here in this area, line up their forces facing Dolomiroth in this direction here, and allow Corrigan from hitting from the flank. Now, if I had to guess, I'd say both Lothlorien and Mirkwood here have admitted defeat. That's a bit unfortunate, you know. I mean, Supreme here had some decent units still in play. I think they gave up a bit too soon. Well, I thought Warmaster Etard was arriving at the right time. Yeah. That did not go the way I expected it. I really felt that was a battle of Lothlorien and Mirkwood. It was theirs for the taking, and they lost it. I mean, Amaris didn't even have the Roachador in play that I could tell. And Corrigan's just got to let him have it, you know? The Rise of Brunnen here still with ammunition firing. And Thanos is moving in this direction. That's a mistake. I mean, we know Corrigan has a lot of firepower here. He's got to try and keep the lane clear for the crossbows to fire into the flank of the Dolomiroth. He's got to keep the Dolomiroth focused, facing this way. Now, Rudar's doing it right. He's moving his forces to the left. We've got some forces of Xanatos over here as well. Just the one unit of spears, but you know, it's still a unit. Here, Pike moving up. Corrigan's just got to get in there. Swords of Riddell is a light tier unit. Again, with no army support, it's easy to understand why a unit of 65 would break. Oh, that's pretty good. Dantos there doing a flanking charge with Godhelm Annual on the Edhelm Men at Arms. Force here shaken. Frightened Javelins still have ammunition. And Nawaki chose to commit them. A big gamble. We've got Invaders here moving to the other side. Their plan appears to be to sandwich the Limroth together. They don't have the forces to push the Limroth inwards. They don't have the strength for that. They don't have the numbers. Two of the marks in the air firing point blank into the spears of Rivendell. Now, this unit of Haven Knights here needs to harass the Mass Guardians and to keep them off the tier of that marksman. But they're not moving right now. Again, Markers, every player's worst enemy. And certainly a nightmare in Napoleon Total War 3, I tell you that. Always get caught out there. We've got Haven Guard charging in. Belkov Tribesmen need to be moved forward. Crossbows need to be moved forward here. Corrigan has got to get these troops into the battle. I don't know why he's moving around so far from the enemy. They're there to engage, so engage. There's no enemy cav to worry about anymore. It's not like the Limroth can close in on him very quickly. What are they targeting? No rewards there. No worthy target. Haven Knights here. It looks like Etarts is ready to throw them away. That's a mistake. I mean, they still can do a good charge. They still can get a few kills on the charge, you know. Shouldn't really be left to melee combat. Blackrock Tribesmen. Hopefully their target is the Haven Knights. No, their target is the Edhelm Men at Arms. You'd think they had to be the Haven Knights. I mean, Blackrock Tribesmen here does seem to have a good line of sight here on the Haven Knights, and the Haven Knights are the heart and soul of pretty much all the Limroth armies, so if you can target them, you should. And we've got some elves shooting at them. Let's lift up some Eldenly archers. It's the same unit of Haven Knights, just spread out.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Javelin units wasted on a pretty much heavily depleted unit, down to one man. Going after tear at their marksman. The Haven Knights are right there. There you go.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
He doesn't have it in guard mode. Down to 29. Where are all the crossbows? They appear to be just targeting broken forces. The Mills, Dragon Knights and Loki and Usher moving to finish off Dolomeros' forces. It is 56 here to 99. Time 6 spinning here.
Our men have slain the enemy general. Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight.
Whoa, jeez. Look at all the arrows that came in. That was some crossbows that just sort of slammed into him and bowled him over. There you go, one Haven Knight left. Crossbows finished him off.
This is a clear victory.
That it was. So, well done to Thanatos and Milwaukee there. They certainly lifted the team. 1878 Milwaukee, 1836 Corrigan, 228. Lormust Etard there, 1581 Farkin, 698, and Supreme Noob God, 1259. So, well done to Thanatos and Milwaukee there, pulling a win, which what seemed to be almost devastating defeat. God Help Menuar, 175. Amaris Guardians here, 138, 122. LW Swordmasters, 198. Elder Envy Archers, 166, and Norrentina Warriors, 108. Swords Rivendell here, 184, and Spears Rivendell, 107. Very nice. Okay, thank you to Thanatos for sending me the replay. If you want to see your own total replay featured here on this channel, guys, you can send it to my email at scoutsoфentertainment@gmail.com. You can post it to me directly on Discord. You can join my Discord server, Scouts Reconnaissance, and post it there. Links are in the video description below. Or you can simply tag me in the replay you post on Third Age Reforged Discord as well. This is Micka from Scouts of Entertainment signing off. Goodbye, my fellow Scout Troopers. Catch you in the next Total War battle.